So I was just thinking, one of the downsides to learning Japanese is that when you I was watching this video yesterday, and this guy who's learning Japanese in Japan was talking about how great it was to walk around and be able to read signs. Like, he was studying kanji, and he says it's fantastic when you can walk down the street and you can read signs. And I thought that's actually one of the main things I liked about not knowing Japanese, is because when you don't know the kanji and when you can't speak the language, you're insulated from a lot of conversations that you don't want to listen to, and you're also insulated from advertising. So when I walk into stores and I hear music over the loudspeakers, or I see posters on things, the stuff just all goes into the back of my mind. It doesn't register as information. It's just like being surrounded by noise all the time, which is kind of annoying in a way, but it's also nice not to see it. And it was making me think about when I was in Mongolia, and after I'd been there for a while, somebody asked me if my ears were starting to open up, and that is definitely a big part of learning a language. I think I say that, although I don't really speak any foreign languages, so I guess I don't really know what I'm talking about. But in the context at the time, I think I understood what she meant, which was, at some point, instead of just hearing blabbering going on around you, the sounds start to form themselves into something recognizable, which is a stage away from being able to identify information. And it seems like it's probably a necessary part of learning a language. So it's probably a situation where there's a trade-off between being insulated from stuff that you don't want to be exposed to and being able to communicate. That seems like it should be obvious, but it's actually something probably most people don't really think about. So I've enjoyed not having to be exposed to a lot of things in Japan. I came here, I was interested in Aikido and history, and that's not really what Japan is not really about its history anymore, so there's a lot of stuff in Japan that I was not interested in interacting with, and I've been able to live a life so far where I haven't had to interact with it, and so I've enjoyed that. But I guess that's going to go by the wayside if I start learning to communicate, especially if I start studying kanji.